page since it's not necessarily scheduled. Hey guys, I didn't schedule it this week, this live, because got wrapped up in life and completely forgot. I'm not gonna lie. As a matter of fact, I was in the middle of cleaning, just sweeping, and started to mop when my phone went off with a 15-minute reminder saying go live. I was like, go live? 15 minutes? It's Friday? Mm-hmm. So yeah, this week has just gotten completely away from me. I'm so sorry it's messy because today's a cleaning day. So I am going to give Lou an opportunity. No, okay. I'm not saying, since it's not scheduled, it should just be like playing. I don't even think it should be like in here, but since it's our own page, it's not going to show for us. So if you want to switch to yours, it'll show.
I won't be able to switch to mine right now.
Okay. Yeah, because on our page, it won't show until it's done. It's been published. It'll show like for other people, showing that it's gone live.
Thank you for the education.
Okay, you're gonna switch to mine. That's cool. Like that, for those of you that do pop in, I don't expect anybody to pop in. See, because one, I didn't even share it on social because I completely forgot, and it wasn't scheduled on YouTube, so it wasn't showing for you guys. It will come up either. So hopefully those that are signed up for notifications got the notifications, or those that happen to be turning on YouTube at the same time. Mm-hmm. Thank you for popping in, and the rest of you that are watching the replay, which is what I would do anyways. We want to give you guys a couple of first real-time updates. Last vlog, actually not the last vlog because we had some major technical issues. Last live, we had some major technical issues.
Yeah.
So what went up was just like a couple of minutes, and then something completely skipped, and then it was the end. So I just deleted it. I don't even know what happened there.
Yeah.
And I think during that one, I don't know if it was during that one or the last one, that we were asking you guys for your opinion on if you had a preference on what time we go, because 1 p.m. Eastern time, it's like in the middle of things, like right in the midst.
Yeah, it's a work day, so people are at lunch in the east, and then in the west, people are getting up.
Yeah.
So it's not I don't think it's the best time. No. I think we're going to move it to 6 p.m. Eastern.
Right.
And that way, I think that's a better
compromise. I mean, we typically, if we're out and about, we try our hardest to be back home by 6, no later than 7, so that I can start work at 7:30.
Right, exactly.
So I think one day a week, making sure we're home by 5:36 is doable. So I think that's going to be the best thing for us.
It's going to work for us. I hope it works for you guys.
Yeah.
So what happened last week?
4, 5, 6. So, what is that? That's going to be 6 us Eastern, 5 Central, 4 Mountain, and 3 Pacific. So I will be changing the thumbnails going forward to reflect those times. So yeah, what happened with us? So now, you guys haven't had a cooking vlog in a hot minute, and I was getting called out by Melody. I was getting called out by May. I was getting called out by a few people regarding not having cooking vlogs. So the way I started to do when we were doing the West Coast, that I was popping a cooking vlog in between stays. I'm going to go ahead and do that again. And I'm going to make sure that this time around I have enough cooking vlogs. I'm not sure not like I did last time. So this was the first one of our Eastern trip. I went ahead and made some bacon wrapped chicken.
Oh yeah,
I know how much you love that.
Delicious.
And
that's the way she gets me to eat chicken.
Yeah, Lou's not much of a chicken person. You want to say your story about chicken?
My story about chicken?
Like why you don't like chicken?
Oh, the reason I don't like chicken is because it looks too real. It looks like the real thing. Like, the legs look like a leg, and when you eat a steak, it doesn't look like a cow.
Right.
So yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. So early on in our relationship, whenever I'd make chicken, I'd always make sure to shred it. So she had like shredded white meat, and it didn't look anything like it either. So in this case, it was just chicken breast, but I sliced into tenderloins because I didn't buy tenderloins, and wrapped it with bacon, threw that baby in the oven. So easy to do. You can season the chicken however you want, or you can just do salt and then the bacon. And I basically cook it 15 minutes one side, flip it, and do 15 minutes on the other. Temperature and time varies based on people's ovens because obviously, especially in RVs, you just never know. You never know. And we recommend if you are baking, get a pizza stone. The one I got was at Walmart for like about $12-15, and it's round. However, I wish I would have followed our friend's advice, Kelly, that lives in Texas. She has a rectangular one, and she says it's basically the same size as the oven, and she got it at Harbor Freight for more or less the same price. So if I would have just held off a little bit longer and not gone to Walmart, I could have waited for Harbor Freight to get something like that because I think that would have been cool. It probably would have distributed a lot better.
Oh, it can still be done.
Yeah, it could still be done. Yeah, totally. So just a cooking tip. With that bacon wrap chicken, we made some poppers.
Poppers?
So the bacon wrap poppers.
Oh, yeah.
But this time around, typically I just stuff it with cream cheese and then I wrap it with bacon. And I'll throw it in the oven until the bacon gets crispy and the cream cheese gets melty. But I took it an extra mile, and this became Lou's favorite. I decided to add extra things to it. So I added sharp cheddar. I added a little bit of leftover Parmesan that I had. I don't remember if I did sour cream or mayonnaise, but I definitely just added more things into it. Oh, and even bacon. I cooked up some bacon, chopped it up, and mixed it in with that. I stuffed it. And she was like drooling. You're like, this is the way I need to have it going forward.
Yeah, it was the best.
Yeah, so definitely check that out. Also made a little fresh cucumber salad on the side with some ginger, and it was super refreshing, super delicious, a great pairing for anything. So if you didn't see that cooking vlog, head over to our channel. It was 2 vlogs ago, so that you can follow along while I was cooking. The other thing that happened this week is it was a travel day.
Yay.
And we brought you guys on a day in the lifestyle vlog with us. Leaving Yemesi, South Carolina.
You got it right.
I said it properly.
Yeah.
Leaving Yemesi, South Carolina, and we got into North Carolina. We didn't stay at a campground though.
No.
It was a boondocking night.
Right, because it was a travel day and we were splitting the day.
Yeah. So I'm going to let Lou do a little bit of the talking because I feel like I've been nonstop. And I think just because I was go with cleaning, I'm like hyper. And you've been so quiet. So talk to us about that Crackle Barrel stay.
It's usually what it is anyway. Yeah, so we stayed in Lumberton, North Carolina at a Crackle Barrel. We've had really good experiences at Crackle Barrel. We can't complain. I personally really like that as an overnight from the highway. They're usually very close, very convenient. And if you want coffee in the morning and you don't want to make it, perfect. This particular one started off good. The perimeter road in between the highway and the Crackle Barrel had construction, but I was confident that the construction would end by construction worker time.
Right.
I don't know, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, something like that. And it did. It did. I mean, it stopped by then and it was peaceful and everything was fine. What happened was that one of the construction workers had a massive truck parked on the side of the Crackle Barrel. And he came and he turned on his truck, and that truck stayed on for 3 hours. And we were, as you guys know, the back of our trailer is our entry and exit. Right. And we had everything open because it was a little warm. The back of our RV was facing that truck. And that for 3 hours. Nonstop. Dude was just sitting in the truck. I think it was like a mixing truck. It wasn't a concrete truck. It was something that the truck was doing. It was mixing something. It wasn't concrete. And that's why he had it on for 3 hours. He was sitting there with the truck running, and it was driving me crazy. I felt tortured.
Yeah.
So About 3 hours later, the dude just left, and I was so happy. I was so giddy. I was so happy. I had to take headache medicine. I had to put I have these
Cold
head
compresses,
caps
yeah.
that are frozen, and you put them over, and they come like up to here, and they're great if you haven't tried it and you suffer from headaches. Do it. And so I figure, hey, everything that could have happened has happened. We're good. It's quiet. We're gonna have a good night's sleep. And around, I don't know, midnight, a truck pulled in, and as soon as it pulled in, I kind of panicked a little bit because it was loud, and it kind of pulled into the same section where the other truck was at. The dude had something broken on his truck, and there was hammering and banging and metal and things being thrown around for like 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
So had that been our first Cracker Barrel experience, I don't think we would have ever done it again.
Yeah.
But we know that is definitely the exception.
Yeah, that's definitely not the case. We've done many Cracker Barrels, and that's the first time we experienced something like that. To go back and touch a little bit on some missing points that she mentioned. So when we got there, she decided to tell me, hey, how about I treat you to a meal instead of you having to cook before work, right? Is this when we got the pancakes? Oh. So I reached out to my boss and I let him know, like, hey, this truck is like super loud. And I was about to start work like literally in 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes. And I don't know if that noise is going to affect my calls, if all the customers are going to hear this, because I'm sitting with my back towards the door. So my mic is facing towards the door. And all he did was send me like an emoji of like an eek emoji. But literally, I think they pulled out like 2 or 5 minutes before I had to clock in and start. Yeah. So I was like saved by the bell. It was like perfect timing.
Yeah, she did good. She did good.
Yeah. And then the other one, the nighttime one, that was insane. It was constant against metal, banging and throwing tools. Like, it was the worst night. Neither one of us slept well. By the time we woke up, there was already the construction going on again. So there was noise in the morning already again too. So we were like ready to just leave. Let's get out of here.
And we're usually the first ones to arrive at a Cracker Barrel and the last ones to leave.
Yeah.
It's always the same way. We arrive really early, earlier than most people, and people usually leave super early. And I'm not a morning person, so I'm in no rush to leave. I think about it like a campground. Checkout is 11. That's sort of the way I do it. But yeah, that was a rough stay.
Yeah. So that's the thing, that we leave at the checkout time, 11 o'clock. We try to extend it unless it's a super long drive, which we try not to do. We want to keep it at hopefully no more than 3, but a lot of times the 3 turns into 4, so we don't want to go more than that. So with that being said, leaving at 11, 12, 1, 2, we get somewhere by 2 or 3 o'clock. It's early. A lot of people aren't pulling in till much later. So yeah, that's why we're there so early, because we leave at checkout. We don't do late checkouts.
No.
But after this North Carolina stay, we took you guys also on the drive with us, and I believe the end showed you our very next campground that we arrived at in Virginia. Do you remember the name of that one?
Was it Lynchburg?
And yes, in Gladys, Virginia.
Gladys, it's a city. It's Thousand Trails, Lynchburg.
Gladys, Virginia, Thousand Trails, Lynchburg. So you will have to stay tuned for our upcoming vlogs. Actually, today's Friday, so Sunday is the tour of Lynchburg.
Oh, cool.
So you're going to have to stay tuned for Sunday's video for the tour, and then we can talk more about it on Friday.
Let's do that.
I appreciate you guys hopping on, those that did and catch us live. I very much appreciate those of you that are watching the replay.
Remember, next Friday is 6 p.m.
6 Eastern.
And you will get an invite, and it will be pre-done, so you guys can jump in. We probably won't change it after that anymore.
I don't think so.
We think 6 p.m. is a sweet spot.
I do because nobody wants to do it like after midnight our time either, which would be another thing. Maybe like 1 o'clock in the morning since I get off at work at 12, and we ain't doing that.
No.
And we're not going to do it on my days off because we definitely want to focus on taking full advantage of the entire day.
Agreed.
So no Sundays or Mondays.
Agreed. So thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. See you on Friday at 6 p.m. Make sure you hit the subscribe button or the notification bell so you can get notified every time we upload a video. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.